Hey guys, today I'm working on posture using resistance bands. I'm going to be working on the back of the shoulders, the upper back, lower back, core, glutes and hamstrings. And I'm only going to do one round. It should take about 15 minutes, but as usual, feel free to do 2 or 3 rounds. I think you're really going to like this if you own a resistance band. You're going to really not like it if you don't own one. If you do, next time you travel, don't forget to stick it in your suitcase, because this is a workout that obviously you can do anywhere you go. And it's really important to focus on the back of the body. We do so much on the front. Anything you do in plank, like push-ups, burpees, whatever, most of our workouts focus on the front of the body, and if you don't address the back of the body, you can end up with muscle imbalances, which can lead to injury, certainly pain, and poor posture. So we don't want to be walking around with rounded shoulders. We want to be opening up the chest and having a strong back. So I've got 2 bands today. I've got a yellow band, which is pretty light, but actually I'm going to be using this most of the time because the exercises are fairly challenging, and this works really well. Then I've also got a green band, which is a little bit harder. And this set is kind of cool because I can take the handles off and just interchange. It only takes a few seconds. I'm going to get started, and I'm going to get started with a bird dog with resistance. So before I start, let me just say welcome to Short Circuits. Let's get sweaty. Okay, so taking the band, and we're just going to take it around the top of the foot by the laces, and they're going to cross it behind and make sure it's secure and it's pretty even, okay, pretty even. And then we're going to take that foot behind, and we are going to come into a tabletop position. So hands are under the shoulders and knees are under the hips. And you're going to make sure that the side you're anchoring, which is, in terms of the hands, it's going to be the same side as the banded foot. You want to make sure that that's comfortable. So get yourself comfortable. I've seen somebody use a cat expression where you look like a cat. You're on your paws. So think about that. And then of course the band in the other hand, you're holding the handle. So what we're going to be doing is reaching the hand away from the foot, keeping the core very tight, okay? So it's not moving around, you're not arching your back, you're keeping it very stable. Okay, so are you ready? We're going to lift the foot and the knee off the floor. Eyes are looking down between the hands, and we're going to make sure that wrist stays in line with the forearm, so we don't want it to be cocking back, okay? So here we go, nice strong core. Reach out, we're going to do 10, so that's 1, 2, press the heel away, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And bring it down, and you're going to change sides. So just taking the band off the foot, and we're going to take it to the other side. So once again, we're just going to put the band on top of the laces, cross it behind. Make sure it's somewhat even. Bring that foot behind. Come into the tabletop cat position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we are going to hold on to the handle and secure that wrist, strengthen that wrist, and here we go. We're going to reach 1, keeping the torso nice and tight. 2, eyes down. 3, I can feel my wrist wanting to bend back. 4, you want to be strong. 5, 6, This is hard work, harder than it looks. 7, 8, try to make sure that toe is pointed towards the ground. 9, so hips are square. And 10, and down. Beautiful, guys. I should have said that before we started. You don't want that toe reaching out to the side. You want to have your hips square to the ground. Okay, next one. We're going to keep the yellow band. And options for your legs. You can either have your legs straight, but you need to be able to sit up tall on this one. So if you're slouching, you're going to need to bend your knees because you want to have your shoulders over your hips. And if you're bending your knees, you're probably going to need to have your legs a little wider so you have enough resistance. We're going to be doing a reverse fly, so working on the rear deltoids, and the thumbs are going to be on top. I'm going to try with my legs straight so I can have them a little closer together. Elbows are rounded, chest is lifted, and here we go. We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, little pause, and that was 1. 2, toes are up towards the ceiling. 2, 3, kind of secures the band a little bit more. 4, 5, hands in line with the shoulders or slightly above. 6, 7, 8, chest is opening up, shoulder blades squeezing together, and 1 more, and that is 10. Beautiful. All right, we are going to give the arms a little bit of a break now. We're going to do single leg bridges, but because we're working on legs, we're going to need a little bit more resistance. So I'm going to take the handles off the yellow, and I'll put a link in my description for where I got these bands from. I did order them off of Amazon, I think, but I'll give you the brand. I can't remember it right now. So what we're going to do is take the band, take it under the knee of one leg, cross it on top, and then we're going to lie all the way back. And let me just say that the leg with the band on it is not the working leg, it's the resistance leg. So you're going to make sure that you have enough resistance. There should be tension on the band when you bring those straps down, and you're going to have to press into your upper body, so the back of the shoulders, the arms, the forearms, a little bit more tension than we're used to using because we're using the upper body basically to stabilize that leg and add resistance to that working leg. So you want to make sure on the working leg, that's the one where the foot's on the ground, you're going to be able to touch the heel with your hand, okay? So if I was here, it's just same thing on the other side. And you're going to lift the stabilizing or resistance leg off the floor at 90 degrees, point the toes up, and knee is over the hip. So you're going to engage the core a little bit more. And we're just going to press the heel into the floor and lift up. 1, squeeze the glutes. And press back into your arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and release. And then the same thing to the other side, okay? So taking that band under the knee, crossing it over, coming down. I'm not going to talk so much because you guys know what to do now. And you're going to take that leg up. Make sure you have resistance. Flex the foot, knee over the hip. And we're going to make sure that heel is within arm's reach. And here we go. Lift up and squeeze. 1, 2, and 3, 4, a little bit higher, 5, 6, press into those arms, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and come on down. Beautiful. Every now and then I'm going to be looking at the camera because I need to make sure that everything is going. Had a lot of technical problems this morning. Anyway, we're gonna go back to the yellow band. So we're gonna take the handles off again. Now the arms had a little bit of a rest, kind of a rest, because while we were doing the single leg bridges, we were pressing into the back of the body. But what we're gonna do now is work on the core a little bit more. So you're gonna take the band, you're gonna take it on top of the foot by the laces again, cross it behind, however that looks. And then with the extra part of the band, you're gonna take it around the other foot. That's gonna be the side that we're gonna be working. So we're gonna anchor one side and work the other side. And you wanna make sure that you have enough slack so you've got a big enough range of motion. And this is what the move's gonna look like. So you're gonna be able to adjust. You're gonna open up, and already there's tension there. And then you're gonna turn, and you're gonna come back and all the way back. But there's a little bit of a caveat, because we're going to lean back a little bit more. Okay, so you wanna lean back so that those abs are really switched on, okay? And I call it the sweet spot, but where it's, you know, if you were coming up, you'd really feel that resistance right at the max before it goes away. So we're coming down, they're switched on, toes up towards the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears, arm is extended, and we're gonna bring the hand in line with the shoulder, and then we're gonna turn and stay down and all the way back. That's one. Elbow is soft. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I hope you guys felt that. I sure did. Surprising the intensity that you can get with a little resistance band. Okay, so same thing on the other side. We're crossing it, crossing it. I'm gonna turn around so you can see other side. You're gonna make sure you have a little bit of band left over, and you're gonna pull those toes up, and you're going to lean back into the sweet spot, and you're gonna stretch out that arm, but the elbow is soft, it's a little bit bent, and you're gonna bring that hand to shoulder, and then turn, shoulder, and all the way in, and make sure you are really leaning back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome, guys. All right, so we're gonna stick with the yellow band again, and we're gonna do a little bit of work on the rotator cuff. That's a muscle that's really important if you play racket sports. So I play tennis, and you wanna have strong rotator cuffs so that you can generate some power on the court, and also because it's such a repetitive action with racket sports, you want to make sure it's got some strength, some endurance, so that it doesn't break down. Hello, this is my little friend. This is Kalua. She doesn't like to be not the center of attention. Anyway, we're gonna not wrap actually, we're just gonna take the band behind the feet again like we did in one of the earlier moves, and we're gonna either have straight legs with the feet closer together, or you can have the feet wider, even with straight legs or bent legs, whatever you need to do to generate a little bit of resistance. And we're gonna start out with a row. Now, what happens here for arm position is the arms should really be bent at 90 degrees and the hands should be in line with the elbows, and then the elbows are gonna come back in line with the shoulders. So we're gonna row back so that all happens. And then what we're gonna do is externally rotate. So the hands end up on top of the elbows, and they're not in, they're actually at 90 degrees, still like goalpost arms, and then back here and back into the row. So the row is not a huge movement, okay? It's small. And are you guys ready? We're gonna row here, pull back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, sit nice and tall, look forward, rotate, in, and that's 1. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. All right, for this next one, we are going to be standing up. For this next one, we are gonna wrap the band around 1 foot. So that's your anchor. And we're gonna come into a lunge position. And you're gonna make sure that your body's in a straight line, okay? We're gonna try not to bend over. We're gonna try not to arch. We're gonna try to keep it in a straight line. And what we're gonna be working on here is the back of the shoulder, but mostly the tricep, okay? So we're gonna do a row, okay? We're gonna get that elbow nice and high. Then you're gonna turn your palm to face the back, and then you're gonna tricep kickback or extension, whatever you wanna call it, bring it back in, rotate, and back down, okay? So eyes are gonna be forward. And the row is not the hard part of this exercise, it's the tricep kickback, okay? And we wanna make sure the toes are pointed in the same direction. Your legs are on train tracks. They're not one behind each other. And that way you're more balanced, okay? So we're anchoring on one side, making sure you have enough slack so you can move, but enough resistance so you're challenged, okay? So we're kind of in that diagonal position. The chest is lifted, and we're gonna row. Get that elbow high, turn, press back, and in, and that's 1. 2, try to keep your shoulder away from the ear so it's not all the way up here. You're anchoring. I think that's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you really have to focus there on that one. It's very easy to let things go. You want to make sure that you stay in. We're working on posture today, so it's important that we pay attention to that. We be mindful of posture all the way through these exercises, all right? So I'm gonna change legs, wrap it around. I'm gonna turn around so you can see me. I'm anchoring, toes in the same direction, and wanna make sure that I have enough slack, but that it's still gonna give me enough resistance. So a little test right there. And I'm leaning, and here I go. So I'm gonna row up, high, turn, reach, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you might ask, why don't I just do 10 tricep extensions in a row? And I could, but what I like about adding the row in is it really gets that anchor, that elbow nice and high, so that you're constantly resetting in between every tricep extension, so you're really maxing it out. All right, so that's the circuit. I hope that you guys liked it. As I said, feel free to do multiple rounds, and please stick your resistance band in your suitcase the next time you travel. It really is important to work on posture. You might want to be doing a little workout like this at least once a week. It doesn't take very long and it's super easy. You can do it anywhere. You can do it while you're watching TV, whatever you need to do. I want to let you guys know that on Wednesday I'm going to be doing a little ramble on body image. So I think we all have fairly unrealistic expectations about what our bodies should look like, and we are very hard on ourselves, myself included. So I just wanted to express how I feel and let you guys know that you're not alone. We all have our own insecurities, and I think if we just realize that we're normal and this is the norm rather than, you know, we're some sort of outliers somewhere, we're not good enough, we're too fat, whatever. I just want to talk about that a little bit. You know, I've had 4 kids, I got some skin, I got a little back fat, the thighs rub, you know, whatever, but it's all good. It's just, the human body comes in so many different shapes and forms, and at the end of the day, it's really just, the most important thing is to be healthy and to be experiencing the best quality of life that you can. You know, you only have one story, so make it a great story, make it count. And anyway, here I am rambling again, but I just wanted to let you know to check out that vlog on Wednesdays, because you guys have been writing into me and saying you love the workouts on Wednesdays, but what you really would like to see more of is the vlogging. So there you go, check it out on Wednesday. And thanks again for choosing Short Circuits, for getting sweaty with me today. If you like the workout, please like and share. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, ring the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And if you want to see what's coming up, follow me on Instagram at shortcircuits_fitness, and also on Facebook at Short Circuits. Until next time, take care of you, be healthy, be happy, and get sweaty.